But
Amazing timing. Hello, everybody.
I ain't gonna be quiet about it.
Listen, it's fine. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for your patience. We were messing around with me was messing around with OBS because it was fighting me on a couple of things. But we're here and we're back with a brand new episode, and we're so excited to be back. Hi, I am your storyteller, D&D Jordan Lee, joined by this absolutely phenomenal cast. First off, a very special thank you to our sponsors and affiliations. Found Familiar, make sure to use D&D Jordan Lee and Amphistrano D&D when you check out for a percentage off your purchase, as it does help to support the cast. So, before we get started and get into the game, let's go ahead and do introductions because it has been a minute. Let's go ahead and start with Dimples, if you wouldn't mind saying who you are, who you're playing, and any announcements you may have.
hello, everyone. I am Dimples and Dice, or Amir Hamza, or Prince, or the one, the only Moist Heat. I'm going to be playing Captain Draven Tyborn and Cribble. We are both he/hims, and this is Morden, and he is an asshole.
Incredible.
He's a cute asshole, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah, I get it. Believe me, I get it. Amazing. Let's jump over to Sin.
Hi. My name is Sin, your resident sunflower being. Today, I am going to be playing Rory of the He-Him Persuasion. And I am also going to be doing a guest cameo as Toby Monteazul, your favorite warm-hearted, like wildfire druid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all pray for everybody. It's about to be problems.
Wonderful. Let's jump over to April.
Hello, I am April. I play April Reagan on the internet. I play Aurea. I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot how to intro. It's been a minute.
You're acting like this is new?
And
Not the
I will be the one who
gaslighting.
kills Toby's character today.
And last but not least, let's jump over to Fair.
Hi, I'm Farron. I'm playing Theodora Shadeson. You're a Battle Master Fighter. Our pronouns are she, her. I got mad beef with Toby today. The beef is on. It is going on the grill, bitches. Okay, I'm cooking up some burgers. I got beef.
Actually, I would like to rephrase. It's specifically Robo. Toby did not.
Yeah, it's Robo. Yeah.
Have fun watching this, Robo.
That part is
love-
like,
we
it's not
love
even
you.
beef. It's the whole cow.
We love you, but we got beef today.
Amazing. So before we get started, just to let y'all know, we do use safety tools and content warnings throughout each game of Amphistrano, including during multiple check-ins. As a content warning for this episode, we have darkness, deep bodies of water, drowning, heightened levels of stress, exposure, descriptions of injured and slain individuals, ghosts and spirits, hallucinations, visions, existential crises, complex and complicated relationships. So those should be popping up in the Twitch chat as well, because I actually updated it this week. Yay, I remembered. We at the Haven and the Vale want you to be safe, so if you need to step away, please do so. You and your safety matter. Let's see. I'm going to streamline some of our announcements a bit. Please consider checking out our Patreon, as you'll get some information about some upcoming things, including, because we only have a few more episodes left in this season, what that's going to look like for next year, next season as well, and it helps us support the cast. So go check it out, and those links will be popping up. This weekend is New Jersey Web Fest. And if you didn't know it, Amphistrano is currently up for 3 awards. I thought it was 2. It's 3. So we are up for Outstanding Fantasy Actual Play, Best Ensemble Cast of an Actual Play, and Best Overlay Design. We are honored and humbled to be nominated, and wish all the nominees good luck. We should be finding out tomorrow as to what is going to be the outcome.
I wish all y'all good luck, but I hope y'all lose.
Wow.
Hey, I said it.
Second.
I want to
second
win.
that.
He said what most of us was thinking.
So, we're going to change things up a little bit. Last time on Ampistrano, recovering from their recent battle within the mountain, the group officially meets Rory, the creator of Blackstone. Tyborn and Diodora have a discussion about anger and the meaning of it. Upon further investigation of the chamber, the group hears a strange message from whoever must have laid this trap, stolen the armor, and left little potions as parting gifts. Cielo, the newly freed and awakened guardian, reveals that the Shiftweavian blade was buried within the temple, which lies currently underneath the surface of the lake. With a farewell, Cielo teleports the group to the shores of the lake. And with that, let us go beyond the veil of Ampistrano.
When I shrink.
Yes, it does.
So then you're just gonna pop the arms off and the legs off because the Bjorn's gonna shrink and then bloop.
We're just gonna get it all stuck in there.
All right, y'all. So, let's get started. As the chamber and Cielo disappear in a swirl of silver and blue, ice seems to form in each of your chests, halting any breath and sending shock waves of chill, goosebumps for some, rippling down your spines as your visions fade to white, almost like snow falling on a winter's morning. Each of you see for a moment Vanya and the surrounding lands, with vibrant green grass bespeckled with flowers of purple, white, every color, hue, and size, blanketing the hills of the lakeshore and pastures. The lake surrounds a massive island of rock and greenery. A temple of twisted white and gold metal and stones rests here, with a dome affixed with 3 figures reaching towards the heavens. Boats skim playfully across the surface as people fish, swim, and go about their days. Massive forests paint the mountaintop in a cloak of vibrant green and rich blue threads of the river and lake. The town of Vanya, whole. Tall structures of stone and wood, reaching for the crystal clear sky. The sounds of lutes, violins almost harmonizing with the wildlife outside, as laughter and warmth seem to surround you. Each of you breathe out, seeing the fleeting misty cloud of air escaping into the darkened area around you as the blackened lake resurfaces. The surroundings that you once saw shifting into this grotesque skeleton of a land. Sound disappears, save for the lapping waters against the shore and the occasional wind trickling dead leaves in the trees. It appears to be midday, though it's slightly difficult to tell with the continued overcast skies. It's steadily drizzling as the mist rises off of the lake. Past the lake, across from where you are currently standing, you can see in the distance the town of Vanya. Alongside it, the pathway that several days prior you all had walked down, leaving Riley in the Misty Haven at the docks. And that is where we pick up, as you all come to this point.
So how far are we from the boat now?
So, not far. Probably like a 20-minute walk. Like, you can kind of see where at least the kind of space is at least. It's hard to tell, even though there's a bunch of dead trees and, kind of thickets in terms of that. It almost looks like just a cluster of tangles and mess kind of where the outcropping of the docks is. But you have a view of the river. You have that in line of sight.
Right. So, does anybody know where we're going?
Points towards the river.
Didn't they say something about trying to find a temple or something like that first?
Lake.
Yeah. Because we still needed the armor, right?
Sword.
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 The
Armor's
armor
gone.
had been confirmed to be taken, but the blade had been buried within the temple.
Yeah.
So, there's some kind of temple or something like that we're looking for?
Just so I remember, the lake. It's the lake that we passed before, right? Where we were running away from like those zombie things or whatever.
Yes. Yep. And you had camped out there like one of the nights too to
Yeah.
kind of. That was the night that Deodora, you were kind of fixating at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So yes,
No.
So where's the river in
that-
relationship to the lake?
the river is opposite. It's a little bit away. The temple, which is where you were kind of going for, is in the lake, which is where you were
Yeah, it's
at.
underwater.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
Okay.
underwater. You had seen, and I know it's been a minute.
Then I wouldn't have pointed towards the river. I would have pointed towards the lake.
You had seen kind of, at least I think it was Tyborn that had kind of investigated it a little bit. What appeared to be kind of this kind of gold or kind of rusted kind of outcropping of metal in the very center of the lake.
Yeah. And all of us who had seen horror movies were like, nope, keep going. Nope, that's not where we're supposed to go.
Nar- so,
To the lake. We got
Do we
places
need to go
be.
into- under it though?
Yeah.
How?
Figure it out once we get there. I can go under and I can see.
Excellent. I'll stay
Okay.
here.
So, considering I think that you're the most adapted to being able to wait a moment. For swimming purposes, do I need to have a swimming speed in order to swim?
are you asking this for Toby or are you asking this for Rory? Let me specify.
I'm asking
first.
for Rory.
For Rory, no. I'm gonna honestly say you can go based upon your opinion if Rory has ever swam in his life before. Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
it
go with
would-
that.
okay, that's fair. And here's why I'm asking, right?
Leave it alone.
The reason that I'm asking is because Rory, in the body that he's in, doesn't need to breathe. But I'm just like, I guess we can see if they would swim, but otherwise it would probably try to figure out how far up they need to go, and they would just like sink like a stone into the water because
Just like walk under the shore into the water.
You're doing literally the equivalent of the zombie versus the shark, where he's just walking through the. Yeah, that would be. Blackstone wouldn't necessarily be able to swim as in float, but like, you could certainly walk. But
It's like I was about to say, like, I don't know if I need to like navigate a thing for like being able to move underwater or how that works if you don't have a swimming speed, but I do
no,
not mind
we'll just
trying
go
to
with
swim.
that.
Um, okay, so Captain, would you mind finding out just how far underwater the temple is?
And Draven just takes a little step back and then just takes a dive into the lake.
Okay. And you have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Okay. It's unpleasant being back here. Darkness.
Yeah, last time I stuck my head in the water, it was
Yeah.
fucking giant aboleth.
Well, you would kind of explore this area too before that you do see several like dead fish kind of just slowly kind of floating along too. Let me ask this because this will I think kind of help flavor it a little bit. How far are you going in? Are you going waist deep and just kind of popping your head down? Are you like swimming out a bit and then kind of diving underneath?
Going
the
out
surface?
all the way and under the surface so I can get
Okay.
good things.
So, the lake expands in front of you, and you see what appears to be kind of these kind of undead, kind of kelp vegetation kind of floating along in whatever kind of current that the lake may have. It's a little bit difficult to see, but looking out towards the center of the lake itself, you do see that there are a number of structures. There's a massive drop off from where you're at. Like if you had moved or kind of dove a little bit further, you would just, it immediately drops into darkness. But further ahead, you see what appears to be these massive stone structures, perhaps forgotten archways that are largely standing, if not added vegetation from the water, having been here now for a while. You can see as well that there are the remainder of either some kind of ramp or stairs or both leading up to this massive kind of structure of a building. You can see that there's this massive dome further up as well with the kind of figures that I talked about. It's harder to tell from the distance. From where you're at, it's about 500 feet, so you're kind of just getting glimpses of all of this through the water.
Come back up. And the first thing out of Driven's mouth is, this place is fucking awful. But I can see it. It's basically a castle underwater. I don't know if it's full of water, if there's like some magical bubble around it. We won't know until we get there.
I see. Rory looks at Toby. You know, I haven't asked you as a druid that's mostly associated with fire. Is being in the water going to be safe for you? Maybe it should be fine. I can be swimming things.
Can any of you? Oh no, you can't. Never mind.
Can any of you what?
Go without breath for extended period of time.
Sure.
You don't breathe. Doesn't count.
I know. It's homemade. Also, I imagine that if Toby turns into an aquatic creature, also should be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing down there will eat him.
I guess it depends on what aquatic creature he turns into.
Let's spend the least amount of time we can in the water until we have to be there.
Let me see if I can do something about this. Give me a moment. And you see, like, Rory pull out a piece of, like, paper and start, like, making, if you look at the paper, calculations. But the equations are just like, I have no idea what this stuff is. I might as well be in a different language. There are... I have the briefest of ideas, and I think, although I tend to use these measures for more drastic situations, since I tend to use this for more drastic situations, I think the best course of action for where we're about to go is a little bit of pre-preparation. I would like to go see the boat first, if that's possible.
Any reason why we can't? GM?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I was checking something.
Go see the boat. Like, there shouldn't be any reason why we can't go see the boat. Right?
No.
Yeah.
You could still go. Yeah. Sorry, Robo just came into the chat. So I was checking. I was like, wait a minute. Sorry. But yes, you could, you do recall that you had to be somewhat stealthy when you were around that other area just because a couple of the kind of zombies and stuff had followed you from Vanya, but they don't appear to be there. So, and you've been gone for a few days. You could certainly check to see and progress forward with that knowledge. But yeah, I mean, you can see the river, you just have to get back on the main road. Can't cut across kind of thing.
To the chopper now.
I think it would be safe to say that I'll have Toby here just have Belita kind of do like a patrol weaving in and out of the area, like sniffing for danger to come back and say if she finds any.
Yep. And after a few moments, comes back and Belita will let you know that there are a few zombies kind of scoring the area, but none that are near the main road. They seem to kind of stick to their own territory, kind of following a basic line. For whatever reason, they don't like to spend a lot of time near the lake or the river, so.
Okay. Then I think we'll just follow. Belita.
Okay. All of you are going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I don't know. One of y'all might be like, I'm gonna stay here and hold down the fort till y'all get back. That's why I was asking. So.
Bitch, what for it?
I was just supposed to say the same thing. Like,
I don't know.
hey, fort?
To be. So we have to keep
I'm
this
gonna
place
say-
protected?
Is that a trap? Is that a hint? Do I need to know something?
No.
You're not telling us something?
Lord.
Do we need to stay here?
No. Anyways, okay. So all of you make your way around the lake, heading back to the kind of main road. Rain continues to fall as each of you kind of are trudging along. And as you kind of go down the hill, so to speak, you do see Riley is kind of sitting there looking very sheepish at this point, bags under her eyes. It doesn't look like she's been sleeping much the last couple of days since you've been away. And upon seeing all of you, just kind of starts rubbing her eyes and goes, okay, hold up. Is that actually you? Or is this one of those specters that have been coming up the way?
We're ghosts. That's the wrong voice. I retract all of what I just said. I'm now confused.
I'm sorry you're having a bad time. This place sucks.
Okay, that does sound like you. And you see her kind of normal red bushy hair, which is pulled back into braids, is kind of like spiraled up into almost this like kind of almost like cacophony of hair, truthfully, like tumbleweeds, because she's just been kind of wringing her hands through her hair so often, just trying to stay awake and just be aware of everything. And upon seeing all of you, she looks relieved, but is also just kind of checking all of you real quick. Do y'all have some kind of death wish just staying in here, but also not telling me what's going on? I was getting ready to like pack up and leave, but I also didn't want to leave y'all.
A wish for death, no, but probably like a fair bit of danger all the same.
Okay.
I don't know what did you expect us to warn you about? We've never been here before.
No, it's not so much the danger that's part of the territory, but if y'all gonna be gone for like a bit, like more than just like a day or something, just like let me know, cause I don't know.
I believe the issue that you may be dealing with here is the fact that everybody was assailed by several unforeseen dangers.
Oh, okay.
Time I'm sure we'll call.
Our
Message will come back. I don't.
My personal apologies for the inconvenience.
It's all good. It's all good. I just want to make sure. That's all. You very good at your job. I'm very good at mine, and I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Otherwise, this communication's gonna break down real quick, and that's how people get lost. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
I am glad that you mentioned that. As I understand it, and then this is Rory at the moment, was Tyborn. As I understand, ships, boats, and other things are basically your version of a sanctuary here on the sea, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Good. That is quite useful. I will be back in a couple of moments. And Rory looks for, like, the mast of the ship.
Yep. It's easy to find. It's in the little. It's because it's not a massive ship. It's a small schooner. So.
Takes out takes out like a quill and just starts scribing things on the mast of the ship.
What are you doing in my boat?
Well, making it a little bit easier for us to find you, especially if, for any particular and unforeseen reasons, you find that you may need to leave.
Got it. Okay.
About this, very important that no one touches this, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Fantastic. And the pen,
Theodora's reaching her hand for it.
the pen that he's writing with just like dissolves into nothing after he finishes writing.
Well, that's not
For
creepy at all.
For the audience at home, from player to player, I'm just going to use this boat as a site I'm going to use this boat as a site for word of recall. So if something happens, it'll just teleport us to the boat.
Sounds good. Perfect. And thank you. I know you're seeing captions disappear for a second. Apparently I logged in with the wrong Google Meet, so I'm grabbing a new link, and hopefully this is the correct account. So we'll have captions popping up. That's why I was looking a little distracted, because I was like, wait a minute. Something's not right.
I have a question.
Yes.
When you can. I thought we had established with, what's her name again?
Riley.
Riley. I thought we had established with her that we would be gone for a couple days.
You had mentioned
And
that
we
you...
told her to
so
leave
too.
without us if we weren't back in like a certain time frame.
Okay.
I'd say we'd be at the end of that time frame, because I think you said it was like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, it's been going on more 3 or 4 days at this point. So she had been kind of holding off and waiting.
Okay. I'm only asking because she was like, well, you didn't tell me like when you're going to be back. I was like,
Yeah, I
thought
thought
we
we were
had.
supposed to
Like,
be
we had
gone for a
that
couple
discussion.
days.
Yeah.
So
Could be.
now Deodora's looking at her like, suspiciously, like we
I'm
did all
pretty-
that.
I was also
You know
getting kind of.
something?
I was like, how fucking did we paid you?
You know something? Maybe it's just the sleep deprivation talking. You know what I mean?
Oria turns into Karen. Karen on
Like
her.
maybe you should go back to your little boat and wait for us. We paid you.
She's been having a hard time.
Give her a little bit of credit.
Okay, so Riley, have you seen anything while we were away? I believe that's your name.
Riley is my name, yes. Not besides the zombies kind of wandering around, but other than that, just trying to keep an eye on Misty Haven and just being here. So, keep an eye on the water too, because it's always moving.
It seems that our adventure is not yet done, unfortunately, as there is some underwater temple we will need to visit before we can depart this place and head to Jorix, I believe is the place that everyone wanted to go.
Yeah, that's what you all commissioned me to take you to, at least. Under secrecy, so that's why I guess, and apologies, I guess I was confused on the plan a little bit, but probably sleep deprivation as well.
Do you happen to have anything for people who might need to navigate under the water? I don't particularly think I'll have any problems with breathing underwater, but not all of us are built as I am, to say the least.
She kind of nods at you and then nods at Tyborn. Right. Let me see. And she like pauses for a second and starts looking through her bag. Shit. Normally I carry around at least a couple of water breathing potions just to have on hand, but it doesn't seem like I have any left. But let me see what I can do. Just give me a couple minutes. Is that all right?
I think we have a little bit of time, and as I understand it, no one's in a particular hurry to jump into the water.
Perfect. And she'll kind of give you all a nod and then quickly disappear under, or going down basically the set of stairs into the interior of the Misty Haven, kind of leaving you all for a little bit.
Speaking of, I've somehow managed to piece together from Blackstone's memories that you did not have a particularly fun time out here, but ran into a rather fascinating creature.
What do you mean by fascinating?
Well, it is a creature that I haven't gotten to properly study on my own, but it seems sufficiently terrifying.
Yeah. That's all Theodora says. She's just staring at Rory like, would you want to meet it?
Unfortunately, the answer in this case would probably be an affirmative.
We're strange.
I am a
Yeah,
smith and a scientist, so yes.
I'm gonna have to respectfully state that if you want to do that, get your own damn body first.
Well, I certainly wouldn't do it in this one for a couple of reasons. One of which is this is definitely not suited to aquatic combat, although apparently has very creative means of dealing with it all the same.
Yes, Blackstone is special.
And also, for what it's worth, I would not be putting them in danger, and that would also probably put you in danger, and that is very much against their wishes.
Also against our wish, I think.
Doesn't quite do anything for the curiosity, though, but I will be on my very best of behaviors.
Yeah. Sparky, don't interrupt.
I'll say at that moment, Riley comes back upstairs, holding a couple of items in her hands. All right, so unfortunately I don't have anything for any potions or anything like that. But what I can do is, all right, how many of y'all are going on this? Are the little critters going too?
I'm fine.
Oh,
I figured you were. But
that's the Sparky.
Well, this isn't the first time I've been called a little critter, so I had to be sure.
oh, you were saying Deodora? She kind of leans forward, like, wait, what?
Deodora side eyes Cribble for interrupting her. But then it immediately drops because I love Cribble. I was just saying maybe Sparky would need to stay behind.
It's up to you if you feel more confident with him with you, or if you want him on the Misty Haven. I was gonna offer to actually come with y'all, because I do have some experience with fighting in the water, at least.
I think that's perfect. You go with them, and I'll stay here with Sparky. This is perfect. This works out very well for me. Thank you.
I think you
So
literally
glad
see
you-
Riley just kind of cock her head, like, wait, what?
Draven also gives a look to Oria like,
Okay,
Don't do water.
to
I'm
be
sorry.
fair, I don't know if her wings were meant for water,
They don't do well in water. We're submerged.
but Deodora's still kind of like, are you kidding me? Are you joking? But like immediately defends her anyway.
Well, again, I'm you know your body better than I can. We can certainly maybe look into trying to protect your wings in a way, or something.
Two
But
large trash bags taped to her back.
little tarp, I think, is what she was more thinking of, like pulling some cloth and maybe putting it on your back as like an extended cloak.
You got to do it how you do with the cast. You got to just wrap that shit.
Yeah, I was like,
Plastic.
we're trash
Tie it
bagging
off.
this and duct tape.
But I can cast water breathing on us. That way, especially if you're doing multiple days, again, I don't know how long you're gonna be in there, but at least you'll be able to breathe for a bit.
We
So,
don't know rather.
Oh, that sounds incredibly useful. We aren't necessarily, well, as I understand it, the particular temple that we're going to shouldn't be exceptionally large, but I don't know exactly how long we'll be there.
well, the last thing you want to be doing is finding yourself in deep water with the inability to breathe. So, not
Do you
necessarily that, not literally you, as in like your friends. Obviously, you're fine. I'm assuming. Never mind. She's pointing at Flaxo and then quickly like drops her hand.
I think I'll look to Sparky to see if he wants to come or not, because don't want to make a decision for him.
Sparky seems satisfied to stay at your side, but also you. Let me ask this. What would you say is the most difficult command for Sparky to follow? Is it sit or is it stay?
Oh, you know it's stay.
So,
based
yeah,
on my
do
own, based on my own dog. Don't know the.
Let me
So
ask
tell
what
us
is
this.
the
stomping. Dum, dum,
Yeah.
dum, dum.
So
I need to move.
yeah, let me ask this then, because I think this, one, it's a nice little flavor, but two, I think it does add to it. How confident are you that even if Sparky were to stay, he would actually stay and not just come after you?
I think he would stay until he sensed that maybe even the slightest thing went wrong. Was off. Like if I stub my toe,
Yep.
Sparky's showing up.
I was gonna say about 5 minutes, and he's just
15?
got
Yeah.
that steady beat of drool because he's just waiting to come and see you because
Yeah.
he's so excited. So yeah,
Based on my dog, I would say 5 minutes max.
yeah. So I was
Even
like,
after telling him to stay several times.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
That's what I
Andrew
was like,
Dog
let me
can teleport.
ask.
It's a wrap.
He might have
Yeah.
the best of intentions of trying to stay, but no. So that's
Yeah.
what's like,
Just
let me
give that
ask
dog
real
water
quick.
breathing. You just do it.
So, but yeah, she's basically offering to go with you and also to cast water breathing with all of you. So that would make traversing ahead a little easier at least.
Are you sure that your ship is going to be okay if you decide to go?
Well, she's about as hidden as she can be, and she kind of gestures to the kind of remaining fragments of the crystal kind of still burning within the ship itself, which allows for that invisibility, the invisible mist that has given the ship its name. She seems okay for now. So she's been in worse spots than this.
Let's hope that that remains true. So,
Should we go?
I
Sounds
suppose
good
we
to me.
should be off to the races then, as it were.
Sounds good to me. You can definitely do that. All right. And lead on, and she'll follow your lead. You all head back towards the lake. Are you going round to where you were camped at before, or are you going to start right where you're kind of entering into this main view of the lake itself? I only ask because it's going to change the angle of where you're coming in at.
I'm
Can we
gonna
just,
go.
go into it?
It's gonna go into.
I mean, I guess it's where, like,
The
Yeah,
view
I don't.
point.
Why,
So that's what I
I
mean.
don't need to go around the side. We could just go in.
That's why I was asking.
I would just say, like, whichever one, like, whichever of those sides is, like, the
Fastest.
closest to us. Once we get off of
Yeah.
the boat,
Yeah.
we're just gonna go straight in that
I was
direction.
just asking because, again, you
Yeah.
had scouted from one point of view. Now you're coming from the opposite. So that's why I was asking.
Okay, hold on. now I'm
I
confused.
think it would.
Didn't we just
would go.
scout from where we were?
Yeah,
You
but
would-
that's like
that was around
like
the
like
lake.
half a mile or something away.
You all went around the lake and camped there. You were at the
Yes, but where did we
9 o'clock.
just
Now
scout?
you're coming in at 3 o'clock. So I'm asking if you're coming in right in at the 3, or if you're walking around to 9 o'clock and coming in that way. Because you surveyed 9 o'clock. You have not surveyed 3 o'clock. So that's why I was
But-
asking.
So we surveyed 9 o'clock just now. I thought we surveyed 9 o'clock the other episode. Didn't
No.
you
No.
just look in the water?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
It left there and went to where the
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I needed someone to tell
Yeah.
me. Okay, so we did survey something this episode just now.
Yes. 9 o'clock.
Okay.
You're
But
coming
that
in
was
at
where-
3 o'clock.
Okay,
So
I
that's what I was
misunderstood.
asking.
I didn't realize that's where we camped.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
We camped at 3 o'clock, but today we scouted at 9 o'clock.
No, she's saying
No,
we
no,
can't.
no.
We scouted
No?
where we camped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You all came in at 3.
None of us know where the fuck we were.
You know, let me time this out. Let me just make it real simple. We ain't going around the lake because we're trying to get what we need to go. Anyway.
precisely.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah.
We don't need to know 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 10
Well,
o'clock. We don't need.
I just want to explain the reasoning why, because you all were running from the zombies. They were following you, so you literally made your way around the lake
No.
to the other spot. So
That's
why.
fine. We
I
don't-
understand,
that-
and I
we
understand that,
we're just
but
going
that
in.
was then.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to do that again.
That's why I was asking,
we have
just
to
to make
go-
sure.
go extra distance away. I don't think we would go extra distance away.
Okay, that's why I was just asking, just to make sure. Okay.
I just assumed when we went to the boat because I felt like we just kind of stopped, checked, and then kept going. I didn't know we walked around again,
Yeep.
or walked back and then walked back down.
Yeep. You hid. So no worries. Okay. So she will take a second and we'll go ahead and cast water breathing on all of you. And you are now able to breathe underwater. What is the marching order as you all go in?
Do we need to be
I
in the
would
line? It's a lake.
No. I just don't know who's going first into the water. If it's like all jumping in at once, camp style.
She's-
I'm just trying
know
to
what?
understand. That's all I'm trying to do.
Draven first.
I would say
volunteer
Yeah.
I would say it's either gonna be Rory or Draven first because Rory's just kind of like, all right, let's
Yeah,
just do the
it's-
thing, and
it's
so is
Draven.
Tideborn.
I think we all hold hands and jump in together.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering
I
if you were going to
definitely hold Theodora's hand.
kumbaya this and
There's
go
a
all
freeze
in
frame.
together or what? So that's I'm just
Like
Yeah, I would
a
say we're going in
90s
together.
sitcom. Legs in the air.
dragging Oria by a wing.
Amazing. Love it. Okay. All right. So you all find yourselves now within this dark, murky kind of water. You see vegetation kind of slowly shifting in the kind of tide that this lake has come up with. There are several dead fish moving around as well. I'll leave it up to you as to how quickly you all are moving, if you all have been swimming before. Deodora, are you just kind of walking? Because I know you're wearing plates, or are you kind of mocking, like with Black Slow, just kind of walking through? Or are you actually trying to, like, swim?
I'm probably. Hmm.
I was gonna ask, what's your strength?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm strong, bitch. Let me check. My strength is 19.
Yeah, you're strong enough to swim in plate.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a thought though. Has Arya even ever been swimming? Because I feel like no.
No.
No. I was getting
Listen.
to Oria.
So I don't like.
Horror
I know
keeps
that.
popping to the surface and like splashing horribly, and you have to drag her back down. She keeps thinking she's drowning.
Does water breathing allow you to speak underwater?
No.
From
No.
my understanding, water breathing essentially gives you gills.
Yeah, you're just able to breathe, but
Yeah, because you can't talk.
yeah. But I highly doubt knowing you.
I don't see any
Sin-
reason why you can't.
This is a magical world. Why couldn't we talk underwater?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say,
Because talking still requires moving air particles, vibrating air
If
particles.
we're going,
to hear
okay,
them, and we can't
here
do
here's
that
my
underwater.
thing.
Process
If we're going to
oxygen
in-
through your
If we're
gills.
going
Yeah, but
to
that's not how
include
the
physics
sound fully
in
works.
D&D, we're fucked.
Yeah,
True.
and I've been including physics in this D&D game since the beginning.
That's
you tell then you got
do
a
that for
90
you.
in strength flying around without ever touching the ground.
I'm gonna just say, I'm not too concerned
I can
about it
only
though
pick up
because of the fact that one of you does telepathy all the time. So that's
I've
my
also
only reason
talked
I'm...
underwater before.
Yeah,
That's
and I know
why
you're
I'm
good.
bringing this up.
Yeah,
Also,
no,
Toby
I
has
think
telepathy.
So like
Yeah,
this
but
is like the
Rory
reason that I'm
Blackstone only
asking
hears
is
us when
this.
he's listening.
The
Or he is
reason that
still
I'm
always
asking is the
talking.
following: if like Toby's under the water,
yes.
if Toby sees that people are having a hard time with navigating the water
Mhm.
or swimming in the water,
Mhm.
he's going to try to get on a bead on the direction that the temple is in. How far is it from where we are in the water?
500 feet.
Okay. Toby is going to cast Control Water
Okay.
and is going to use the redirect flow action and is going to just move everybody as quickly as possible in the direction of the temple to just get everybody to where they are going.
I love it. Okay.
Oria has a dexterity of 20, but she does right now look like she has dexterity
Okay.
of 1.
Listen, Aurea,
She can't.
I
figure
cast
it out.
water walk on everybody.
Then you go to the
Just-
top.
You have to walk on the water.
But on the top, we gotta go underneath the water. We can't be on top
Yes,
of the
I
water.
understand, but for the time being, you can walk on water.
But I can't. I need to go down, not up.
Yes, you have to watch us and see us. I'll swim
Well,
like
then I
at the
could've just
top,
stayed
like a
above
shark.
the top to begin with.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I don't know
waste
why.
that spell.
It's
It's-
going to be real interesting to have y'all have this conversation
God.
while you're also moving like you're in like a log jam roller coaster ride headed straight toward the temple.
Yeah, no. Oria, this is the only time you've ever seen her unable to control her body.
Okay.
I don't know how far.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that-
do you know approximately how far that would take
With
you?
water walk, you actually can use a bonus action to slip past the surface of the water, so you'd be fine. You can still swim.
Oh,
Not coming back.
it's up to it moves 100 feet of water at a time. So I'm guessing if we're redirecting the flow, I'm redirecting the flow of
Oh,
100
then
feet
I
of
won't
water
use
at a
water
time.
walk. Yeah, I won't use water walk if you're.
So it would take us like maybe like a handful of seconds at the most to make all of that distance.
You do that, you cast water walk, Oria pops to the surface, loses you guys. Goodbye.
Okay.
I could absolutely grab you from that point in the water because you're still touching it.
And fair noted. So, all right. So you all find yourselves pushing forward in this kind of steady current that has been created for you as the water pushes you forward. each of you in your own way, minus Tideborn and probably Blackstone for the most part. You both can tell when changes in temperature occur in the water, but it doesn't bother you as much. Diodora and Aurea, and for Toby, it is cold. Like, not like ice bucket challenge cold, but it is very, very cold. Like,
Not the ice bucket challenge.
this is
Love
what
it.
came to mind, honestly. It's uncomfortable. You are probably shivering in some way, shape, or form, even with the water breathing. You think you'll probably be good for a bit, but best not to extend your time down here as much as you can, kind of thing. As you are pushing forward. Can I get everyone to roll perception checks, please?
$13.
Dirty 20.
Back.
17 for Toby, 18 for Rory.
Love it.
15 for both Cribble and Draven.
Perfect. Okay. So almost everybody, you all first can see as you're kind of moving along with the current and your own swimming, coming from a different angle for what you saw before, Tyborn. You see those archways starting to come a little bit more crystalline in view, and similar to the opposite side, the drop off. If you were to look down, it is just darkness in this lake. Whether that means that the actual bottom of this lake is there, but it's just covered in whatever cursed area you all find yourselves in, or it is truly one of those lakes that is just goes down for miles. It's hard to tell. As you continue forward, you think you're going to probably be within the temple's kind of main region. The landscaping of the island starting to become a little bit more clear, probably within the next 5-10 minutes with the way that you're cruising along. I would say primarily Diodora and Blackstone. Amongst the darkness, you both notice a glimmer of silver in the water, just like a quick little flash in the distance. For Blackstone, for you, there's one off to the right, probably about 2 o'clock. Diodora, there's one off to your left, probably at about 10 or 11.
It looks like we may need to be a little bit circumspect. I spotted something moving in the water, and it is silver.
Blah, 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 blah. Talk.
I'm telepathic.
You did specify, so I'm just picturing you blah, 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 blah.
That's why I'm using the voice mod. How
Draven completely understands everything that just got said.
I do too, because, like I said, these physics don't apply to me. So we live in a magical world. I refuse. We could talk underwater. Thank you so much.
I mean, that's okay. I know primordial, so there's that. But yeah, it seems like we may have some visitors under the water. I'm not sure about that. Did any of you spot any other ones? Some flash of silver, perhaps?
Yeah, and I like Theodore will like kind of shift her gaze in the direction that she saw movement. But trying not to be like obvious about it, so like whatever's there doesn't know that we're onto them.
Sure.
Keep your wits about you, I suppose. I don't think we've necessarily drawn their attention yet, and I don't think we want to.
No, unless they're in our way.
Water tastes like dead fish.
I imagine at that point you're literally looking at a dead fish that's just floating and you're just kind of going around it at that point.
All of us just staring at Draven, like we're talking about potentially being ambushed, and he's just complaining about the water.
This,
Tasting bad.
this water quality is not up to par. It tastes like dead fish.
Listen, I am used to being in the ocean, baby. This is not
I'm a bougie
great.
bitch. Okay, this water is not up to standard.
Where I'm from, we purify our water.
Where I'm from, they have Dasani water. This is
We call that shit Brita.
Not sponsored. Oh my god. Amazing. But yeah, that's just one thing to note. You, both of you, would easily clock just a little wisp of silver before it disappearing in the distance again into the darkness.
All right, well, everyone stay cautious.
Okay,
We can't just hang
Um,
around and wait.
Hey, DM, can I roll an Arcana?
sure.
Okay. That is a 29. So here's the thing. I want to know if that, like, listen, I know magical
I'm sorry, it
things.
was just the casual. That's a 29. That was so casual. Like,
I want to know if that flash of silver had either, like, if it was one of those, this is like the glint from a body of a thing, or if that was the use of magic I just saw.
okay. With the 29, I would say easily not magic.
Okay.
Easily not magic. Instead, I'll flavor it, that arcana, with a little bit of nature with what you would go with that, because I feel like not giving you, hey, it's just not magic, it feels just ugh. From what, I mean, I'm sure Tyborn has kind of talked about before with creatures in bodies of water and the fact that there are fish here. It would not be hard to believe that there are other things within this area. The fact is, you all had just seen that people were fishing and all of that in the vision. So it is possible that something survived. Or some things.
Okay. I'm not going to worry anybody about
Sure.
that. I'm just going to be like, did we clock anything over here? No, we didn't. Okay.
No, that's valid. Okay. And you all continue forward, heading closer to the temple. And I think that is an excellent time to take a break for the next 10 minutes. So, I know, Farrah's like, wait, what?
I was like, didn't we just start?
Yeah. But our episodes are short. We only got like an hour left. So,
Most
we gotta
Yeah.
take a break here. So
Okay.
we are gonna take like a 5-10 minute break because I also have to sort out Google Meets again because it keeps using the wrong account. So I'm gonna use that time while we're doing the thing to go and do that as well. I'm gonna mute you real quick, Sim, before you get into that because it looks great. But I'm gonna mute you.
Okay, so I'm going to unmute myself
Oh,
to
geez.
say, hey, during that 10-minute break, get some water, have some food, take some meds if you need to take those. It is 4 p.m. if you haven't done that yet. 4:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I mean, do the things.
Do the things. And we'll be
How
back.
dare you call me out?
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. So see y'all very soon. They got
What?
April's. They didn't get Dimples. You were too quick for me. Too quick. Welcome back, everybody, from your break. I hope you were able to do exactly what was suggested. Go get some potions and some hydration and some food. Our group now is beginning their exploration into the lake, heading towards a forgotten underwater temple. And where we left off, some of the group had noticed that there were some moments of silver kind of quickly moving through the water as the group progressed further, and that is where we're picking up. So, you all progress forward. How many of you have dark vision? I know.
To like literally everyone.
Yeah, I thought we all did
Okay, I'm double checking.
to an extent.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's to an extent, but wanted to double check.
Cripple doesn't, but Cripple uses light, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I might not have dark vision.
I was gonna say I don't think fairies do.
Well, that's just nonsense.
That's
But
homophobic.
yeah, a bit.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision. This whole time I thought I had dark vision. Thank God we've been asleep at night mostly.
Cripple is using light.
There you
so
go.
there is light.
All right, so you have a little bit of light in the darkness that is surrounding all of you as you're moving forward at this time. Eventually coming even more into view, I would say probably at this point you've been moving for the better part of the last 45 minutes to an hour. And those large kind of archways start to become much larger, looming almost like gravestone tombstones in the distance as you are kind of passing through here. You can see that this place has been, even though wrecked, largely protected in this kind of underwater tomb that it's been buried within. You can see in the very center of this area that you're looking around in what appears to be a much smaller statue, appearing to look like a figure that is dressed in robes with what appears to be a wolf at their side and a seed otter to their right, kind of on their shoulder, perched. Looks like cracks or vines. It's hard to tell from the exact distance that you're currently at of what exactly this might be, if it's vegetation or if it is actually wrecked. Those of you that rolled high on perception before and noticed the silver, you all feel like you're being watched. And every now and then, as you're kind of glancing around, whether it's remnants of whatever is remaining within this temple, curtains, or perhaps even spirits, every now and then there's another of silver moving across the archway windows.
It would
But we
seem
still can't get it. Oh.
It would seem that we have been somewhat seen. Unfortunate, honestly.
Nothing else we can do about it.
Acted like we were hiding.
Nah.
As Cripple has a big old
Yeah,
beam
I
of
was gonna
light.
say Cripple brought the
Oria's
moon down.
flailing.
Toby's just steering everybody in that 100 like square foot cube as if it were the magic school bus down to the temple down here.
I'm looking for an entrance.
There are a ton of entrances where you're currently at, which is right by that kind of statue. This is where that lead up of stairs, and there's also a ramp as well. There are kind of these large towers on the left and to the right of you, where you see that their windows obviously blown out, dotting and lining the temple itself. Upwards of the stairs, there's a large gap where probably doors once stood. There are a number of entrances into this temple that you could take easily.
Well, I suppose since we're here where the front door is, I guess we'll just take the front door.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. All right. You all swim forward. Can I get another perception check, please?
26.
26.
24.
24.
I'm pretty sure Toby doesn't notice anything, and somehow Rory notices even less.
Okay. What was that? Dimples, you're muted.
Okay. Draven got an 18 and Cripple got a nat 20 for a 28.
Okay, so basically everybody but Toby and Blackstone, who are kind of busy at the moment. Maybe I'm imagining Toby got maybe caught up in some like kelp or something like that, and Blackstone's kind of assisting for the moment. So that way the concentration on the pushing you all forward continues. Another wisp of silver along those windows again on either sides. It's just a flicker.
In the same windows?
Moving.
Like moving across windows?
Yeah, moving from window to window kind of thing.
Okay.
Heading in the direction of where the front doors are. So seemingly kind of following from a distance, mirroring what you all are doing.
Seems like we're gonna have a welcome committee. Wow, your Tideboard's speechless.
We don't know if they're hostile yet. But if they are, it won't end well for them.
Let's
I
hope not.
appreciate the
Based on-
optimism.
Based on the, I don't know, based on the brief bits that I've been able to see on how you all interact with things and what I've been able to piece together, it very well may be very unpleasant for them.
Blah, 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 blah.
Are we at a point that, like,
Heading straight
is
to
there
the
still
front door.
water, like, into the temple as we get through the front door?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the whole temple's flooded too?
Oh, yeah. Whole temple. Well, at least from what you can tell. I mean, it's sitting at the, like, not the bottom, but at a level in the lake pretty deep up. If you're looking up, the, like, surface of the water is about 400 feet above you. So you're pretty deep. And from what you can tell, at least, yes, this whole thing looks like it's encompassed. You haven't really gone in to see if maybe there's air pockets or anything like that, which is possible. But yeah, from what you can tell, this thing looks completely surrounded and covered with water.
I think I'll just continue going, have Toby continue taking us in, but a little bit more slowly, because at least inside there might be more places to hide,
Exactly.
is the thinking there.
Sure. All right. And you all make your way into the temple then, if I'm understanding everyone's moving through the doors. Perfect. Okay. You all come in and notice what is a steady set of either sand or dust on these kind of large, what once were wooden doors. They have markings all over them in based upon everyone's passive perceptions. Shift Weavian is there. You can also see Celestial, Primordial, Common, and sorry, I have to read my note for a second. Cortasian, which is a language that Toby knows. So you're able to see all of that kind of engrossed loosely on the door. It looks like the sand has kind of settled in around. It is this massive chamber. The room itself is about 50 feet by 50 feet. This seems to have been the main entrance area into the temple itself, the greeting area. You can see what looks to be pieces of smashed, what once were bowls along the sides from where perhaps the water came in when all of this went to shit. You also do see what appears to be several skeletons kind of on the floor of the temple itself, in various displays of either running or perhaps holding an item, trying to get out when everything got sunk down to the bottom of this lake. It is pretty dark in here, minus the light, obviously, that is coming from Cribble. And every now and then there are little beads of silver, but you notice it's not from what you've been seeing on your way into this place, but fragments of metal. It looks like the structure of this entire temple was forged from a metal of sorts that's shining and distorts slightly based upon the light that Cribble has in their palm, or if they're holding it out in front of him. It changes, very reminiscent to Theodora, your armor, where it kind of shifts from blues to reds to greens and other such colors based upon where the light is in relation to the metal itself. You all have arrived into what once was a Shiftweavian temple, a proper Shiftweavian temple. At the bottom of a lake.
I think Theodore takes like a split second to look at it, but kind of eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
We have places to be, and as much as she would like to wander around to take her time, she's not going to.
Sure. What is everyone else doing at this time?
Oh, same.
Okay.
If we came here for a sword, I'm getting the fucking sword and I'm getting the fuck out.
Okay.
I have to wonder how a place like this ended up so far underwater. Questions for another time, I suppose.
I have to assume it was deliberate. Somebody sunk it.
Thing here died. There's all kinds of awful things that have happened. I don't need answers for all of them.
As you all are looking around, you notice that towards the back of the chamber, there is a hallway that goes off to the right on the right side, and there's another hallway that goes off to the left on the left side. As well as when you're properly just coming in, there are two alcoves on the left and right as well.
Can you give me that in clock hands?
Ha. Sure. No. Maybe. But those would be the
Good callback. Good callback.
It was a good one. It was a very good callback. But those are your kind of options. You're welcome to explore the alcoves a little bit to see if you can get some information, or you can go further in, explore this main entrance area, or go to the left or to the right further in the back of this entrance.
There was stuff with different language on it. What did they say?
So,
Because I read primordial. What languages do I know? No, primordial is one of them.
okay, so primordial, you would get from this place, all knowledge is found. Just a simple phrase. It's like one of those, not necessarily bumper stickers you necessarily see, but just a phrase of sorts to kind of as a welcome.
It's a live, laugh, love temple.
No, not one of those.
What does the-
thankfully.
Love does not emphasize knowledge at all, boo boo.
No.
Like, this is
What
a
does-
nerd temple.
Is it a particular group saying, or is it like a countrywide saying?
It's more of just for primordial, it's kind of, at least in Ampistrano's kind of way, a form of greeting in primordial.
Does it also give when you read the message in Cortesian, does it also just read as a general greeting?
So in Cortesian, it
Yeah,
reads,
Cortesian.
in Cortesian it reads, Druids study, and from the fire forms anew. So you're kind of getting the sense that in each language, it has a different kind of phrasing, because typically with this kind of temple, people are coming to it for some kind of reason, and they may have their own reasons. They may have going with specifically what the Shiftweavians are. They're based with knowledge, but they're also based with shadow, which can play into so many different topics. So it can go into a number of things, but you kind of get the idea that the phrases are all supposed to be meaningful to a group or groups.
Okay.
What does the Shiftweave say?
Shiftweave says, and it's honestly very, very simple, and it just reads, "From darkness comes memory, comes truth." Just simple, simple phrase. But with it, for the Shiftweave, you also see underneath it what looks to be some kind of, almost like a compass. And you realize, I think after a moment, with the way, because I'm not going to draw everything out, I'll send it to you after stream. It looks very much like the temple, but from a bird's side view of it.
Okay.
And you can see the layout of it kind of emitting from the surface of this thing. Immediately a map kind of forms in your brain of the layout of this temple and what it perhaps once was. It might have changed in the destruction, but you're able to kind of tell where each room is, its purpose, and perhaps where you need to go. So you're in the main
And
entrance area. Off to the left, if you were to go down that hallway, there are a series of kind of baths and healing places for this portion of the temple. Further down, there's a training area for druids that want to learn about the shadows and perhaps gain knowledge from that, but also to imbue knowledge into those shadows as well, melding their magic within the Shiftweave, so that way they are also able to imprint and continue what is nature, the most basics of things beyond just fire, wind, water, but light and darkness. You also see in Primordial, there's also, this is where oftentimes some pacts and other gatherings were made here. Discussions, council meetings. This was an important area for that. Those were more public areas. To the right, if you were to go that way, that is specifically the Shiftweavian portion of this temple. Those that worked with the temple, those that were high ranking. There are a number of offices and different areas, as well as the main temple where everybody came to worship in their own specific way. It's a grand chamber with a staircase in the middle.
Theodora, without saying anything to the group, decidedly goes down the right corridor.
Perfect. Okay. Do you all
Just really confidently going, saying nothing, and just assuming that everyone's gonna follow her.
Aria follows.
Is she doing cat?
Are we still
Oria's-
swimming?
I think once we got inside the building, Oria straightened out because there's a wall she like slammed into. She 100% slammed into the wall. That's what stopped her. Now she's like got one hand on like a wall, dragging herself across.
Theodore has a rope tied around Oria like a fucking balloon. Just
Her hands are on.
You
like,
would
she's,
take
like,
a
walking
point,
on the
Fair.
bottom of the
Take a
pool.
point.
Trouble's like, I'll hold your hand. Oh, wait.
That got me real bad. I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm just imagining you and Theodora at the fair. Blah dee dee. But just
yeah, I got one end of it tied around my wrist.
Yeah.
Fairies are big fans of baby leashes. Oria's used to being leashed up. She runs away a lot. That sounded
Oh my
weird.
God. It did, but I love
Sticking
it
with it.
anyway.
Sticking with it.
amazing. Okay. So Ori, you find yourself being taken on this wonderful adventure. Are the rest of you all following the steady swimming Deodora forward.
I think
Uh,
I think Belita just gives like Toby like a gentle headbutt and kind of gestures that Deodora is leaving and hasn't said anything.
Draven assumes that she read something because I can't read all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, where you going?
Oh, I saw a map.
You could have told that to people.
I
Ah,
I thought you wanted us to be expeditious.
You can speak into our. Never mind. Let's go.
there is a
Go.
moment. There is a moment where everybody just hears the loudest possible sipping noise, and with just where did that come from?
Yeah.
Deodora, did you find something? Did you find something that tells us what direction we should go in?
Oh, yes. So the shift we've told me that the left is like more public areas, so I don't really think the sword would be there. And this way is where like the people who actually worked at the temple and lived here. Like this is their areas. So, and there's like a grand chamber in there.
Interesting. Would you mind sharing that?
Let's see.
Would you mind sharing that with me?
Yeah, Deodora will just like conjure up the images again, like the layout and everything.
Shortly thereafter, like moments later, everybody sees the same map that Deodora saw, but with different colored dots representing everybody. It is being like, you are currently here.
It's a mall directory.
I am so glad they decided to acquire this ability of all the other ones that they got. It is so versatile.
It's been very helpful, yeah.
Sorry, if we stay here, I will continue gushing about whatever else it is that I found that they did over here for a while, and we have things that we must do.
Okay. You all swim forward, heading to the right, passing by room after room, and you're swimming for a good while. This is a massive temple. Passing by each room, and you notice similarly wrecked water has kind of gone in. You can see what were probably at some point bookshelves that have just been slammed onto the ground. Books, what remains of them, kind of covered in this almost like rusted kind of ichor that's all over it. You can see parchments that are still kind of hanging, almost as if someone was just writing something and then quickly ran away to come back to it. You're
You hear a chime that tells you you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, you hear chime saying, not recalculating. Just
At the corner, make a right.
exactly. Just continuing onwards, heading backwards or back further rather, into the temple itself. Who is, I know Deodora, you're up front. Blackstone, you're pretty, Rory, you're close by. What's the kind of group? Oria, I know you're also being tethered along.
I would say, let me fix that. There we go. I would say that Toby would be somewhere just beyond where the front is. Just kind of like the front is here, and Toby is just like a step behind that because steering.
Got it. Okay. Can Toby and Blackstone go ahead, and I also need to do it for Riley. Can you all make a dexterity savings throw, please?
Okay. Rory makes a 16. Toby makes a nat 20.
Nice. Okay, and Riley. Okay, did pretty well as well. Because at that moment, as you're kind of now at this point, moving in this hallway for a while, Toby and Rory and Riley, who is also kind of in the pack, just moving slower. And I think every now and then has kind of been leaning over to like try to ask questions to Toby, but then remembers, oh yeah, speaking. So then we'll look to you to try and telepathy, that kind of thing, a little triangle of communication going forward. At that moment, there is a kind of loud clatter that resonates throughout the entire hallway as a large trident immediately goes into where Riley was just moments before. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
I just want it to be known, no matter how this goes, that Toby and Rory both rolled the same number on the die for initiative.
Okay, yeah. If you, oh no, Theodora, no. You said Toby rolled the same as well, Sin?
Yep, 14. Like, they both rolled a 14, and they both have the same dex mod.
Oh no. And then, Draven, what did you get?
13.
13. Okay. All right. Perfect. I'll go ahead.
Oh, wait, we could take team actions.
Yes, you can, because a lot of you rolled together. So yes, you can all do combo
Oria,
moves.
Rory, Toby, Marvel X Capcom,
Let me take you for a ride.
So, as that happens, you all see, and I'll pop
I
it
saw
in.
words April, but I did not see. They did not come.
No, they have not been coming through, April.
That's fine. Somehow I muted. I double muted. I don't know why I was double muted, but
That's weird.
it's fine. I haven't said anything important.
You see several of these figures, and I just popped it into the Discord chat as well, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Finned, humanoid in stature creatures, minus their lower half.
oh, Miro. Sorry. I know. I just don't ask why I know that.
Large fins, claw marks holding out on their right and left sides, depending on who's holding it. A trident or a shield. Massive gills on the side, and it almost looks like similar to the kind of kelp that you saw outside on their sides of their face. Massive kind of dorsal fins, spiked back. As we are in a fight right now. Thank you, Salem. So, let's see. The first one, there are currently 4 of them. They're all currently closest to you, Blackstone, Toby, and Riley. So, what's going to happen is first attack is going to be against Toby. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That would hit. We're going to make that a 12.
Okay. All right.
So it misses,
Misses.
by a hair.
Woo, buddy. Amazing. All right. Let's see. It's going to go ahead, kind of thrusting forward with its harpoon in this hand, reaching forward and just missing right where Toby once was. It's going to go ahead and counter this time with a claw, and that's going to be a 17 to hit, which I think misses.
To hit who?
Toby again.
Does that miss? don't think it does. Wow. Okay. That hits, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. That is gonna be 11 slashing damage as it kind of its claw. You hear this snarl almost reverberating through the water, as where Toby had kind of swam, words, y'all, swam a little bit further. Anyways, Toby gets hit. I'm gonna move on. Anyways, so the next one is gonna go ahead and try and hit you, Riley. Same thing. Try and hit Riley. Misses. Try again with a claw and hits, and that's going to be 12 points of damage. As similarly, just this claw mark just rakes across her face. Not loving the feel of that. Next one's gonna go for you, Rory, was what I was trying to say before. Let's see. This one's coming in with a harpoon. That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Okay, hold on. I think I have a thing for this. Give me a second. Because once again, I am being targeted unfairly. You said that's a 22?
Yep.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. Can you go ahead and make a strength savings throw, please?
Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The strength saving throw is probably some nonsense, so that is a 3.
You do have Inspa.
I mean, let's just. I want you to
just
keep this.
saying.
I just want you to keep this honest with me here.
Yeah.
Is the saving throw less than a 15? Because if not,
Yeah.
it's less than 15.
Yeah. We're doing
Okay.
a strength contest, so yeah, I just rolled, so I'm trying to see. It's not a set DC.
Okay, that is a 10.
Okay. Unfortunately, one by one. So you are pulled forward as the harpoon kind of grasps you, and you are pulled forward closer to this marrow. The last one is actually going to make 2 attacks against Cribble. The first one is going to be a harpoon attack as well, and that's going to be a 14 to hit, which I think misses.
Misses.
And then second attack, as it's kind of swimming forward a little bit, it's going to be a claw attack, and that's going to be, that also misses, another 14. Just comes on in basically and is screaming in Cribble's face and missing both times. As we move
You don't want this smoke, buddy.
forward in the initiative.
Don't want it.
To Aurea, Rory, and Toby all going at the same time.
So I think here's what I'm going to. Because I could have the water kind of. I think I still have I'm still holding on to the effect of all of that, control water thing. Hold on. It lasts for a while. Okay. So how close together are these marrow?
The 3 that were attacking Riley, you, and Toby, relatively close together. The one that moved forward to go against Cribble is behind you at this point.
Okay. So I'm gonna have Toby move so that they can target as many of them as they can.
Okay.
How far up from the ground would you say we are?
Not far. You're kind of
Okay.
floating in a hallway.
I'm going to have Toby take the area that they're in and part the water.
Okay. Okay.
And it should clear all of the water, since it's only 20 feet down, or it's 10 to 20 feet down, I guess, should clear the water all the way to the ground.
Okay.
from the ground and like up to like 100 feet up.
Okay. The ceiling does go up. It'll clear it out for a second. How big of a sphere is this? Because
The like it's one of those you can like pick however it is as long as it's in the spell's casting size. So it can just
what's
be
the casting size? I think is the better question then.
The casting size and area has a range of 300 feet, but the area that it affects is 100 feet in a cube.
Okay.
So it just moves just the water out of the way, just enough. Like the aiming is just enough water so that all the marrow hit the floor.
Yeah. And how long does this last?
The duration of this spell, like, is 10 minutes of concentration.
Okay. Because I was like, okay, you're going to clear it out, they're going to slam, and then immediately it's going to be a conclave of water, was what I was trying to
Nope, it's a
picture.
concentration spell. He can
Cool.
just keep it there.
Okay, cool. Amazing. Sure. Let's get weird. Sure. I love it. That is wild. Okay, you displace the water, and they go crashing down to the ground. That's wild. You don't see they're struggling to breathe. They quickly
that
you
was
see
gonna
their
be my
gills
question. It's
adapting.
like
They can
you.
breathe air as well. So
I mean, it'll certainly make it a little bit difficult for them to come and attack me. That's kind of the point.
crawl forward.
And actually, I suppose I don't know if we have her or if she can swim all the way down here. So wait a minute. I don't think. Wait, is that a bonus action? Let me see what his bonus actions are. That is a bonus action. I am going to use. Wait, hold on. No, that is not a bonus action. Never mind. I was gonna be like, if it's a bonus action that someone believes it out here, it's about to be a problem.
I'm just gonna assume Belita came. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna assume everybody's critters, pets came. So.
Oh, well, if that is what we are doing,
Yeah.
then I am. It's currently Belita's turn, so give me a
Sure.
second while I roll a thing.
And Aurea and Draven, you're on deck.
So I have a question. Do we have any special advantages or disadvantages because they can't swim?
I mean, they can't swim, so that's about it. They're prone on the ground right now.
Cool. I was
Prone
gonna
Oh,
say,
April, you're
Advantage.
muted.
yay.
So advantage on melee attacks
Yep.
then.
Yep.
Okay. So 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, so that is going to be 1d6. Okay, a d6 and this other die real quick. That is 13 fire damage to the nearest marrow.
Okay. I'll say that's the one that was slashed at Toby because he was right up in Toby's face.
Okay.
Okay. What does it look like as that hits?
You just see like what looks like one like little seed made out of fire before it lands on the marrow and explodes into this giant burst of flame. Looks like someone's unk was out here with the lighter fluid right after the charcoal got properly warmed.
Amazing. Okay.
See, I know that y'all would appreciate that reference. You're welcome.
Amazing. Wonderful. Okay. Anything else you wish to do?
Not for Toby.
Okay. Toby's done. Aurea, Draven, and Rory. Because Draven, I know you had a 14, so we'll just whatever turn.
It was 13.
Oh, I see 13.14.
Oh no, Dimple's just
No.
doing a dick and doing that thing that roll and just copy and paste the whole thing from
Oh,
roll
I hate
20.
that.
I am.
Don't do that.
Well, it's so for if there's tiebreakers, that's
Oh.
why.
But you knew at that point that there was no tie.
So Aurea, please go and
Hush
punch.
you.
Go forth and punch the things.
Okay, there you go, Aurea.
I punch things.
Okay.
You can punch them with advantage.
Yep.
Quarter. Oh yeah, advantage for the first one.
Yep.
Well, that was better. The other one was better. I missed it. It was 16 to hit.
That hits. Are you going for the one that was just fired, or are you going for a different one?
I'll get one that's been hit already.
Okay.
12.
12 misses.
No, 12 points of damage.
Oh,
for
12
the
points
first
of
one I
damage.
hit.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Hit again. 14 to hit.
That hits.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
Yep, he is still up.
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit. That's that's an 18.
That'll hit.
For 9.
Okay.
And then last hit. 22.
Yep, that hits.
For 6.
Okay. All right.
Action.
Bop, 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 as you were just slamming into this
19 to poof.
creature. Okay. It is still up, but not looking good. Took a beating for sure. As it just kind of looks angrily from where you were at and then poof out of existence for a hot second. Amazing. Okay. Rory, your turn. You muted.
So how many enemies do we have left?
There's still all of them are up. All 4.
Okay, so I'm going to take an attack at the one that most recently attacked me and then dragged me however far.
Yep.
That is a 17
That hits.
to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. But why? That is 21 piercing damage. Wait.
Whew.
Yeah, that's piercing damage.
All right. What does it look like as you're hitting this thing? It's still up, but just wanting some flavor.
Wanting some flavor. Actually, can I you know what? I am going to add a thing
Okay.
because it's an action. I already made the melee attack with it, so I don't have to do that. Give me a second
You're good.
while
Take your time.
I add a thing.
All right, and then Draven, you're up, and then Deodora, you're
Okay.
back.
That is 2 additional damage for a total of 23. So what you hear is like a small rumble of thunder right when I slash the creature. And then in a very low tone, I suggest you stay put for your own safety.
Okay. I love it. Amazing. Anything else you wish to do?
Am I in melee? Am I in threat distance to this creature?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I am going to take a full, 10-foot step away from the creature.
Okay. It's gonna swipe on you.
That's fine.
Okay. That is gonna be a 16 to hit.
So, yay
Wait,
for
is this
me
creature,
not having
Is this
you.
one of the prone ones?
Yep.
This would be
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Okay. And that is gonna be a 13, which I don't think hits.
It takes an additional 7 points of thunder damage.
I see what you're doing, and I love it. Amazing.
And when I hear the other side of that effect goes off, I just go, I told you not to do that.
I love it. Okay. Anything else you wish to do, Rory?
Nope, that's it.
All right. We move over to Draven.
So all of them are prone, right?
Three of
All
them
of
are
them.
no. 3 of them are prone. 1 is on Cribble.
Ah,
Just one
excellent. All right.
swam forward.
Oh, okay. Cribble's still in the water.
Yeah. Cribble is
Okay.
like, I figured more was towards the center of the group, so kind of move forward. Not enough for like opportunity attacks, but enough that you just kind of beelined right for Cribble.
That's fair.
Draven and Cribble are right next to each other, so it's
Yeah.
fine. Then I'll do this. With Cribble, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Looks like a bonk stick.
Love it.
It looks like a fucking stick.
Love
That you smack somebody upside the head with.
it. Okay.
Speaking of uncles, the unk got that stick. You know which one? It's like, let's see. And it proceeds to roll an
Oh, nar.
All right, well that's fine. Then I suppose, cast a spiritual weapon. We will just do a sacred flame.
Okay.
DC 16. Dex save.
Okay.
Yes, dex save.
That is going to be 15. Misses.
10 radiant damage.
That
Uh,
flame lights up.
With the follow up,
Yep.
Draven's going to come straight at this thing with the trident of fish command.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits. Yeah. 1000%.
10 piercing damage.
All right.
And then Aurea. Punch. So the one that you're fighting before, you get to punch.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Punch it.
We punch.
I also realized I did not do all those other ones with advantage, so I'm doing this with advantage.
Okay. Wonderful.
It's gonna hit no matter what, but it wasn't a nat 20.
4 damage?
7 damage.
7.
4, 7 damage. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're so good. I was like,
My bad.
what? All right.
Oh, actually,
Yes.
no, I'm not gonna fight it. We'll argue about this later.
No, what do you want to ask? You
I'm-
could just
I'm-
ask.
I'm poofed, so we never decided if I could actually hit while I'm poofed.
I thought we had.
Yeah, I
had
thought
this-
you had because you've done it before. You just had to roll with
Okay, so I can't hit?
disadvantage. Yeah, you just had to roll
Okay,
with
well,
disadvantage.
either way, I would have. Okay, I would have.
Yeah, so you can hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
That's
yeah,
all right.
that damage still stands.
I don't
Yeah.
know how this works.
Yeah, because you're still there. It's just you're not fully there. So, thank you, sir. Amazing. All right, Draven. Anything else you wish to do?
I will make sure that I am on the other side of this thing, so it's flanked.
Wonderful. All right, and we shift over to Deodora.
Okay, who am I closest to?
The closest one is the one that Cribble and Tyborn are currently working on.
Great, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
Does a I think my bonus, my attack bonus is bigger now. Let me check.
I Blanked it.
Okay. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Great. And so then a 25 is gonna hit too.
Yep.
A 2d6. Actually, it's 3d6 because I always forget about my shift weave attack bonus
Yeah, buddy.
or damage.
And you can add a d4 to your shift weave.
Oh. So, okay. Okay.
We'll say as you're kind of gearing up for this attack, you see your sword, almost like your armor shifting within the kind of space for a moment, almost like the temple is actually thanking you for trying to help, so
Yeah.
giving you a little boost.
That's 30 damage.
Ooh, okay. Heck yeah.
Still up?
Still up. Not looking great, but up.
Let me see if I have any. Oh, you know what? It doesn't. We don't have to. I won't do it now. But I realized because since I'm near Cribble and Draven, I could have taken an opportunity attack on that one that attacked Cribble.
You can go for it now.
Dope.
Yep, just go for it.
27 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
94. That's 12 more damage.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. 12 plus 6. 18 more damage. Sorry.
Okay. Love it.
Okay, I'm done.
Amazing.
Unless
All
it's
right.
dead.
No, it's barely up, but
Okay.
it is not looking happy. It's currently ignoring Cribble and Tyboard and is fully focused on you as you've definitely made your entrance and presence be known. So, not messing around at all. Amazing. Okay. All right. We have the one that Oria just punched. Let's see. I know, Sam. Thank you. It is going to go ahead and try and make 2 attacks against Toby with disadvantage because the water. Lacking and being prone. Disadvantage, that's going to be a 13, which misses. You're muted. It hits?
Surprisingly.
Okay. Okay, that attack is going to be then 12 points of damage as it switches to its harpoon and just down the side. It's going to go ahead and make another attack with that harpoon, and that is going to be... That hits. That's a 16.
That is going to miss. It is a 2.
Okay. Right where Toby once was a second ago. Amazing. Okay, the one that is looking
For the sake of flavor, there was obviously a concentration roll because it's a concentration spell, and Toby rolled a 19 on that, so he's fine.
Okay,
and
thank
then
you.
being like, okay, you're going to. Oh no, you can't hit him twice and have all that water come back into the room. We need this tactical advantage, and so Rory just goes, "Nope, redoing that."
I love it. Okay, the one that actually was on you, Rory, is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks. Moving forward with its trident. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Like about an inch away from where the attack would land, a force field appears.
Love it. Amazing. And it's going to try again to attack. Not loving that. With disadvantage, that is going to be a 15, which I assume misses as well. Just bounces off the force field.
You know, persistence isn't always an admirable trait.
The one that is on Riley at this moment is going to go ahead and make another attack.
Am I close to Rory and?
Yeah.
I can hit one of the people who hit Rory then
Okay.
with my reaction.
Don't have a reaction.
Yeah, you used it up to attack on the last
I will go back to muted.
I'm just saying, you punch, you don't get a reaction.
No, you're right.
Okay. All right. So the one that is on Riley, and I realized I didn't have Riley go last turn, so I'll make sure she goes this time. That is going to be a miss. He swipes forward with his trident. Gonna do it again. That's gonna be another miss. As Riley just kind of is slowly swimming back and forth, side to side, not looking bothered or like fearful about what's happening right now. You see his kind of extended the small trident that was at her side, pushed a button, and it's formed a full trident that she's now holding with both hands, ready to attack. And then the one that is currently with Cribble but now focused on Deodora is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks. That's going to be 22 to hit
Okay.
for 13 piercing damage.
Sorry, I'm looking at something.
No, you're all good.
You said how many?
13 piercing damage.
So 11.
Yep. And then the second one, that's going to be a 14.
Miss.
Misses. You gonna-
Riposte.
Yep, I had a feeling you were.
Oh wait, because I used my reaction to do the attack for Cribble.
All right. Next up then is actually Riley. Riley is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks on the one that just hit her, or tried to hit her rather. Okay, that's a natural 20. As you see, she kind of lunges forward, almost faking with the trident, and instead hitting with like the brunt of her elbow into the stomach of this creature, and then swinging the trident around and moving downwards onto this thing, so it's practically pinning it to the ground, doing 22 points of damage. Not bad, not bad. All right. And the next one is, it's gonna be a miss. She kind of is overcompensating a little bit and trying to get used to having more people in the fight, as she unfortunately just misses. And we move forward into, it is Aurea, then Rory Toby on deck.
Okay, I'll go.
Sorry, chat. Salem just hit the Titanic button. I'm so sorry.
One of her sound alert
Yeah, my
things
sound
is-
alerts is going off. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Salem. So I missed what
It's
you,
fine,
if you
'cause
said
that's
anything,
how-
or yeah, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Okay, if it's my turn, I'm just gonna start hitting things then.
Yep, it is your turn.
Are they still prone? I mean, yeah, they're still
Yes,
prone.
they
They're
are still
not
prone.
Water. Ooh. Oh, I went from a nat 1 to a nat 20.
Hey, let's go!
So nat 20. So, am I really? I'm very confused about something real quick. Why is it? I think I've been messing up my damage. It's rolling 2d8 with my staff instead of 1d8. I think. Because when I click on the... Well, I fixed it. Okay, 12. So 25 for the crit.
Okay. Yep. How do you, so, how do you unmake these threads that have made up this creature?
Ori is not even paying attention. I think it's almost more of like, she's just like punching down. She's just like punching in the pile of guys on the ground.
You know what? I
Love
feel like at this point, Orea's low-key just Saitama. Like I accidentally unmade you by accident.
Yeah,
by
no,
punching
she's
you.
not paying
Yeah.
attention. The next one would have been like a 26 to hit.
Okay, we'll say you can move over to the one that Rory is dealing with, or you can go to the one that Riley is dealing with. They're all
I'll go
pretty
for
close
Rory's.
together.
For the fuck? 9 points of damage.
Okay.
If they're still up, flurry of blows again.
Yep, they're still up.
21 to hit
That hits.
for 6.
Okay. Still up.
23. Let's see if I get a crit. 23 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 7.
All right. Thing is still looking up, but looking pretty wrecked. As it just takes hit after hit from you. Incredible. Anything else you wish to do?
Oh, I gotta see if I poof. Another 19, I poof.
All right. Rory, Toby, you're up. Draven, you're on deck. You're muted.
That's okay. Y'all didn't need to hear me doing all that and I was just doing. I will tell you that. Okay, you are holding a concentration spell, so I don't think having another spell would be helpful here. Oh, well, I guess since Toby currently hasn't, let's do a little attack roll.
Okay.
Okay, that's a nat 20. As Toby produces and attacks with a boomerang. So,
Yep.
what is it? Just like double whatever I roll?
Mm-hmm. So if you got a natural 20, right? Sorry, Salem took out my headphones. So it is the max plus 1 roll.
Okay.
No.
So that is 12 points of damage with that boomerang.
Love it. Okay.
And then immediately after goes a Bolita who rolls a 17 to attack. The same one that she's been working on, which was the one that attacked Toby at first.
Yep.
Who I assume is still there and not yet disposed of.
Well, the one that was attacking Toby, Aurea just wrecked, and then Aurea moved over to the one that was attacking Rory.
Oh, okay. So the first one, the one that was attacking Toby is gone.
Yes.
Okay.
So I imagine that went to the one that Rory is fighting instead, because Aurea mentioned she was moving over to Rory.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So that one does that number plus 4. 10 more spits another flaming seed that does another 10 fire damage.
Okay. All right, it is up, but barely.
And then I do believe it is that is the end of their turn.
Okay.
So it is now Rory's turn, and all of the things. So, for Rory, that is a okay. Sorry, I had a moment. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So let's grab these and this. Boo. Double boo. Ew. That one was cheeks. Okay, let's grab. That is a 14.
That hits.
That is a 14 to do an attack with the with the wonderful little thunder effect because we do love a booming blade over here.
Yeah, that
Oh
hits.
wait, I need to add additional things. Okay, that is 14 that is 14 slashing damage with the daggers. That is an additional 10 thunder damage with that spell.
Okay.
And you know, that's melee range, so I'm going to do the thing
Okay.
where I take my movement and I leave because this
gonna
creature crawled all the way over here.
Yup. It's gonna stay where it's at. It's learned not to move forward.
Finally, someone listens to the academic.
Amazing. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Draven, you're up. Deodora, you're on deck.
Yeah, Draven's just gonna stab.
Okay.
So, for sure. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna take out the big sword. Fuck it.
I cannot hear you.
I'm talking to myself. I'm gonna use the long sword instead of
Okay.
the trident now.
Okay.
Because I need to eliminate this thing. It's already fucked up. And
Good take.
that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Bum. 15 slashing damage.
Sing us that swan song, because it had, like, literally thanks to Deodora and everything that's been messing around, 4 points left. So.
Yeah, so Draven it just pulled out the longsword two-handed. We're still in the water, like swim shape.
Yep.
So Draven is just like easily just cuts through this thing in half and then slices the half into like another part and then just like swimming through to the next thing.
Love it. Okay.
Couple's like, I told you. And then Cribble's just gonna move the spiritual weapon over to one of the guys who are down the way.
Okay. Both are out of the water. One is on Riley,
fine.
looking somewhat wrecked, and then there's one on Rory that looks like not gonna last much longer.
Cool. Then Cribble's going to send the spiritual weapon at the one that looks like it's not gonna last much longer.
Perfect.
And then we're gonna take a swing.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
Uh, 5 damage.
Sing us that swan song. 'Cause it had exactly
yes.
5. Yeah, it had exactly 5.
And Crumble just goes, bonk, motherfucker! And then the stick just bashes this thing's head in.
Love it. It
And
falls.
then, yeah, that's already cast, so I can cast a spell with my action. I'll guiding bolt the other one.
Okay,
19 to hit.
that hits.
Do that at level 2. 13 radiant damage.
Sing us that swan song. That's what it had.
Crumble's like, I have created radiant fire. And then it's just this big glowing ball of flame, and then the thing just, ah!
I love it. Amazing. Okay. The creatures are beaten. And a kind of silence falls on the chamber you all are in. As water continues to kind of shift around you. That one that's been floating in the water, that mist Toby's messing around with bringing the land here, kind of floating in the back. But you all find yourselves out of initiative.
And like once the battle's over, Toby redirects the water and it starts to just slowly come back to the level that it was before.
Draven sticks the sword back in. We got a sword to find.
Deodora's already started moving again.
All right, and all of you.
Very clever on your part, Toby, I must say. I should learn that at some point.
and you all continue on your way into the temple looking for this sword. And that is where we are going to end our tale for today. Great job, everybody. Welcome back, because I know it's been a minute. And hey, I know I didn't say this at the top. Everyone had leveled by the last game, so
We leveled?
No,
Yay,
no,
everyone
that's not what I'm
leveled.
saying.
Yay, everyone leveled right now.
Wow,
Ba- ba-
level
ba-
20
ba- ba- ba.
character. Wow.
Anyways, so we're gonna go around real quick and say who you are and any announcements that you may have. We will be back here next week as well. But let's start in reverse order. I'm gonna actually start with Fair this time.
I am Fair. I've been Deodora. You're level 11 Battle Master Fighter. I get 3 attacks now. Uh, thanks. I'm Fair, and you can follow me here on Twitch and on Twitter at FairBear. If you like the sound of my voice, you can hear it on Taking Initiative's 3rd season Sword and Shield Pathfinder game. Get into it. Was just in Shadows over Duskmere. It was great. Y'all should go buy Tales of the Valiant from Kobold Press through our affiliate link, because then maybe we'll do more episodes. Just saying, like, you know, if you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Aurea.
Peace out.
I have been April. I played Aurea, the level 12 monk. I do things. I'm at other things. I don't know what I'm doing or when other things are coming out. Because schedules suck right now. We're all real bad at them. I did just finish Shadows over Duskmere. If you liked it, cool. Let us know. Give us money and we'll make more episodes. If you didn't like it, go fuck off. I don't care.
Still give us money though.
Still give us money.
Amazing. Let's jump over to Blackstone.
Hi, I have been Rory, your resident level 8 rogue, level 6 wizard today. Doing the things of providing interesting commentary there. And I have also been today, Toby, your level 18 wildfire druid. And their companion Belita, who is the most OP Pokemon I have ever seen. We love her.
Amazing. And Dimples.
Hello, I am Dimples and Dice. You can find me here on Saturdays. You can find me for our series finale of Reading Between the Lines over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel at like 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It is our last episode of a wild ass time in Good Society. Do come watch. Fuckery is definitely afoot. There's going to be funerals, there are going to be weddings, and there might be more dead people. Who knows? We also just wrapped up Shadow Duskmere. I was on that. Go watch it. And then, yeah, pick up the books like Fair said. And then on, October 4th? I'll be running a one-shot over on TTRB Gifts or Robo's channel. We're going to be doing some charity fundraising. I'm going to be doing some Vampire the Masquerade. And we're going to try to keep a pop superstar from becoming a vampire.
I'll be there.
Or not. Or not. It might not happen. Who knows? I got Chaos Gremlins in my group.
Well, I'm in that game, so I mean, no
Yeah.
guarantees.
See? That's all I'm saying. So come watch. And then there'll be more stuff to come. It's just busy. See me at PAX. I'll be at PAX Unplugged. So yeah, there. That's all I got.
Amazing. Hi, everyone. I'm D&D Jordan Lee. You hear they chat pronouns. Normally found on this channel is what I was trying to say. I will also be at PAX Unplugged. So all the wonderfulness there. And we'll be streaming here tomorrow with some more Baldur's Gate, or I might play Hades. I don't know. My brain is doing all the things. So I'm just kind of going for that with whatever makes it feel good at this time. Also, shout out to Salem, who made his co-DM debut with sound effects today. So that's going to be really fun on the VOD to edit. So enjoy. But thank you all so much for today. And reminder, keep an eye out on our socials as we'll be giving y'all updates about New Jersey Web Fest. And again, congratulations to all nominated, and it's really exciting. I'm hoping that this is the first step for more of these to come. We'll see, maybe. So fingers crossed for all the things. But don't worry, y'all. We are going to get out of here, but we are going to go ahead and raid into an absolutely phenomenal creator in the space. And one of our very own mods, Pandora, is live right now. So go ahead and use that raid call. And we will go ahead and get on out of here. And y'all, thank you so much for today. We'll see you next time from Beyond the Veil. Bye, everybody.